LR parsing. Okay, so this is the example for LR parsing, and here we have taken the expression grammar. E implies E plus T, then E implies T, T implies T star F, T implies F, then F implies within a bracket E, then F implies ID. Okay, so for each and every grammar we have to mention the number. Okay, and this is the LR parsing table. So you know how to construct the LR parsing table. You can refer the SLR construction of SLR video for the LR parsing table. So by using this only, we are going to do the LR parsing for the string ID star ID plus ID. Okay, ID star ID plus ID. So here in a stack, normally in the stack there will be at the bottom of the stack there will be dollar, but here we are mentioning the initial state. Okay, we are mentioning the initial state, and in the input buffer we have to mention the parse string. So here we have taken the parse string ID star ID plus ID, and at the end of the buffer we have to mention the dollar. Okay, first what we have to do, we have to check this 0 and ID. So in this table, we have to check 0 and ID. So what is 0 ID? It is S5. So S means it is shifting. So here we are going to do the action shift. Okay, we are going to do the action shift. So what will happen? ID will be shifted to this stack, and this 5 also shifted to the stack. Okay, ID also shifted to the stack, and same time this 5 also shifted to the stack. Then we have to check this 5 and this star. Okay, so 5 star, it is R6. R means reduce. So reduce by, so 6. We have to check the sixth production. So what is the sixth production? That is F implies ID. Okay, F implies ID. So reduce by F implies ID. And we have to check how many elements are there in the production. So there is only one element ID, right? So we have to take the multiplication of 2. So that is 1 into 2. So that is 2. So what will happen? 2 elements will be removed from the stack. So this ID and 5 will be removed from the stack, and we have to reduce it to the F. Okay. So next we have to check this 0 and F. 0 F. What is the 0 F value? It is 3. So we have to insert the value 3 in the stack. Okay. Next we have to check 3 and star. So 3 star. So it is R4. So again it is reduced. So we have to check the fourth production. It is T implies F. So reduce by T implies F. Okay, and we have to check how many elements are there in the production. There is only one element, so we have to multiply by 2. So 1 into 2, 2. So what will happen? The 2 elements, that is F and 3, will be removed from the stack. Okay, F and 3 will remove from the stack, and we are inserting the T here. Okay, so we are reducing its T. Then we have to check this 0 and T. So 0 T. So what is the value? 2. So 2 will be inserted in the stack. Then next we have to check this 2 and star. 2 star. So it is S7. So S7 means what is that? So we have to do the shifting. So what will happen? Star will be shifted into the stack, and 7 is also shifted into the stack. Then again we have to check this 7 and ID. So 7 ID. So it is S5. So again we are doing the shifting. So what will happen? This ID will be shifted into the stack, and this 5 is also shifted into the stack. Okay. The next we have to check this 5 and plus. 5 plus. So it is R6. So that is reduced by, what is the sixth production? F implies ID. So sixth production is F implies ID. So how many elements are there in the right side? So that is only 1. So we have to multiply by 2. So it is 2. So we have to remove the 2 values. So this ID and 5 is removed from the stack, and instead of that we are reducing the F. Then we have to check this 7 and F. Okay, we have to check this 7 and F. So what is the value? 10. So the 10 will be inserted into the stack. Okay. Then we have to check this 10 and plus. So what is the 10 and plus? It is R3. So that is reduce 3. Okay, so what is the third production? That is T implies T star F. So reduced by T implies T star F. So how many elements are there in the right side? That is T star F. 3 elements, right? So 3 into 2, 6. So the 6 elements will be removed. So what are the elements removed? 10, F, then 7, then star. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 5, 2, 7. So these elements are removed from the stack and we are reducing by the T. Okay, so the whole thing. So these 6 elements will be removed from the stack. Okay, the 6 elements will be removed from the stack. Okay, then it will be reduced by T. Then we have to check this 0 and T. So 0 T. So what is the value? It is the 2. Okay, so we are inserted 2 here. Then we have to check this 2 and plus. Okay, we have to check this 2 and plus. So it is the R2. Again, it is a reduce. So what is the second production? That is E implies T. So we are reducing by E implies T. So how many elements are there in the left side? It is only one element. So 1 into 2. So 2. So 2 element will be removed. So this T and 2 are removed from the stack and we are reducing it by E. Then we have to check 0 and E. So what is the value for 0 E? It is 1. Okay, so it is 1. So the 1 will be inserted. Okay, 1 will be inserted. Then we have to check this 1 and plus. Okay, we have to check this 1 and plus. So it is S6. Okay, so we have to do the shifting. So the plus will be shifted into the stack and 6 is also shifted. Then again we have to check this 6 and ID. 6 ID. It is S5. Again we are going to do the shifting. Okay, again we are going to do the shifting. So this ID will be shifted into the stack as well as this 5 is also shifted. Then next we have to check this 5 and the dollar. Okay, $5. It is R6. So again we are going to do the reduce. So what is the sixth production? It is F implies ID. So we are going to do reduce by F implies ID. So on the right side there is only one element. So 1 into 2 it is 2. So what will happen? This ID and F will be removed from the stack. Okay, ID and 5 will be removed from the stack and we will reduce it by F. Then we have to check this 6 and F. Okay, we have to check this 6 and F. So what is the value? It is 3. So this 3 will be inserted. Then we have to check this 3 and dollar. Okay, 3 and dollar. So 3 and dollar. It is a R4. So it is a reduce. So reduce by, so what is the fourth production? T implies F. So reduce by T implies F. So how many elements are there in the right side? There is only one element, F. Okay, so 1 into 2, 2. So what will happen? This F and 3 will be reduced by the T. Okay, so the T will be replaced here. Then we have to check this 6 and T. So what is that? 6T. It is 6T. It is 9. Right? It is 9. So 9 will be inserted here. Then we have to check this 9 and dollar. So 9. So what is $9? It is R1. So we have to reduce by first production. So what is the first production? E implies E plus T. So reduce by E implies E plus T. So how many elements are there? E plus T. So totally 3. So 3 into 2 it is 6. So the sixth element. So this sixth element is removed from the stack. So we are reducing by E. Then we have to check 0 and E. So what is 0 E? So it is 1. So it is 1. So now in the initial state and we have reached the start symbol. Okay. And we are in the first state. So this grammar will be accepted. Okay. So this is about the LR parsing.